trying to think. Last session, you guys had departed from. No, you guys were already departed from Eldergard. You were fighting the dragonflies. Is where we.
Yeah. So we've finished fighting the dragonflies. Then we went to go have a little story session, more or less, with the two dwarves. Both very male-looking. Only one of them was male. I forgot where we left off there. I think we got to Thalador and did a couple chores for ourselves.
Yeah, we went and said hi. I went and said hi to old lady.
Rosie did not go to say hi to Khadgar. That I remember is like, I'll just say on the way back.
I got a haircut and a mask.
Oh yeah. I forgot about your haircut. Yeah, Rosie intimidated some young shopkeeper and then just walked out like after.
Yeah, I was trying to flex muscles for a minute. I got this intimidation score up.
That kid dragon comes in and threatens storekeep.
Yeah, and it did not work out like I hoped. Oh well.
That shit was funny. Just
Rosie
just walks out. Fuck man.
Rosie goes to the bar.
I'm gonna go drink.
Yeah, you guys all met up and you guys basically were ready to depart Thalador. So, departing from Thalador, the road ahead, the only road to Lothloren is long and treacherous. Flashbacks of traveling throughout the Dyeager remain ever present as you guys make your way towards the initial base of the first mountain. Coming upon your sort of first little camp area before you actually dive deep into the mountains where the weather is far too harsh. Well, not so much far too harsh, but before it gets harsher. Set up camp and kind of plan to set out at first daylight in order to get the most out of your journeys. The next couple of days are spent weaving in and around the valleys and mountaintops of the Dyeager. Several people, dwarf, human, in their own separate horse and carriages, pass by every now and then, carrying various goods, some arms, some armor. The exchanges with these individuals are short, just a nod or a smile every once in a while. And there, and you don't recognize anybody. These look to be merchants, traveling merchants, or...
You say they're coming from the city? Like,
yeah, coming from
Lothloren?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Looking back and looking forward, you don't... you might pass by an occasional small carriage carrying one or two people that's just going really slow, or somebody that's pulled over or anything, but nothing really suspicious or anything that really catches your attention. Just the normal everyday comings and goings of a main road. The sun, hanging high into the sky, begins to droop towards the opposite horizon upon, I believe it is the third day. Dusk settles, and you are merely a few miles from the city gates of Lothloren.
Is there a lot of traffic?
Not really. In this day, you've maybe only seen a couple, and nothing within the last 3 hours or 4 hours or so, if not longer. There are checkpoints, a couple. These checkpoints are just there. They're essentially gates, and people can come and go as they please, but they're really primarily there to keep out creatures of the Dyeager. It's
So the city's not just out in the open.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, the city has gates, but these are, I don't even want to really call them gates, but they are gates, but they're just kind of, in case it suffers a real attack by, yetis or anything, like a dragon maybe, they can call upon the city to prepare. Because the Dyeager is fairly dangerous.
It's like a warning system.
Kind of. They don't really check carriages, they don't check identities, they don't, it's not like check and see if there's anything dangerous coming into the city. It's just merely there to fight off environmental hazards. But dusk settles and begins to grow dark. You are merely upon your first checkpoint. I guess there's really only one checkpoint until you get to the city, but it's one checkpoint you're going to have to pass by. Off in the distance, small torchlights begin to fade into view. The lights grow as sounds of screaming men pierce through the frosty air. Clinking swords, roaring. The sounds of battle up ahead echo throughout the Starstrider Valley.
They speed up the horses.
You speed up the horses, coming upon what appears to be a large gate-like structure and a bridge in front of you, kind of as it goes over one of the rivers that flows through Starstrider Hold. The torchlight is illuminating the bridge and then the area where where these guards are fighting these what appear to be frost giants. I'm not sure if you've probably seen frost giants before, Narian, being in your travels in the Diacre. I'm not sure about Rosie or Iljor. Maybe pictures you guys have seen, but these giants are huge, carrying great axes, and are known for their incredible strength, going as far as throwing boulders up to 120 feet, smashing through armies and large groups of people. Speeding up the horses, though, along the bridge, the horses only can go so far until they are struck with fear. And they stop. And we will...
I don't remember. Is our cart covered?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
probably sitting in the back. I'm trying to draw as little attention to myself as possible, but I'm gonna look up towards... Where are you sitting? Are you in the back with me, Orosi, or are you up front?
I'm gonna be up front, actually. Orosi, so I still have the Alchemist's Fire Flask from all those days ago, and I'm gonna ready that while the horses are starting to panic.
Okay, we'll have everybody take their actions. Carlisle...
Horses panicked, or are they just, like, stopped? Like, they won't go any further?
They're stopped. They won't go any further than where they are right now. I've just brought everybody
to... They're not, like, in a bull or anything.
In a what?
They can't. They're attached to the cart.
No, but I mean, they're not gonna, like, just freak out and, like, run away with the cart attached to them, are they?
Doesn't carts usually have a way to stop and lock the wheels?
They can, yeah.
Yeah, just lock the wheels.
Yeah, we'll lock the wheels. Make sure those horses don't get away from us.
Carlisle is gonna cast Mage Armor on himself.
Alright.
I'm gonna do the same thing, because I can do that for free.
Yeah, you guys can take your actions as do whatever you want. This is your prior turn to actually arriving on the scene of battle, so this is like on your way.
So we're actually not there yet.
Yes and no. So take any actions you want prior to coming there, like one action or whatever. Like, think of it as like a turn before your actual turn to either cast Mage Armor or whatever you need to do.
I'm curious. How big are these frost? Oh, I see now. They are bigger than what I was hoping for. I'm gonna
Large size class.
I'm gonna ready my grappling hook, and with a hempen rope. In my left hand, I'm gonna have the Alchemist's Fire in my right.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna ready a check on the enemies. I need to see what type of armor they're wearing.
Okay.
Because I'm considering casting a spell, and it really matters what armor they're wearing.
They're wearing what appears to be some sort of chest plate.
So it's metal.
Yes, it is metal.
Okay.
I'm gonna just use my turn to I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself as well, but I'm also gonna summon my sword to my hand.
Okay. If everybody is good, I'll put you guys into combat.
Combat.
All right.
By the way, can we actually see this area? Like I just can't tell with these like.
Yeah, so
right here.
what exactly is going on right now is that you have the bridge coming forward here, and then you have this platform, right? And then you can see to your right, it goes down. So we'll say for these purposes, you can see down here, you know what's going on. You can't see under the bridge.
Okay.
But
So
this
it's like
is,
an underpass.
yeah, it's like
basically.
an underpass, and this is probably 20 feet down or so.
Okay.
Up at the very top, you see archers at the gates firing down arrows.
Okay.
And then the guards themselves are utilizing their swords. I mean, you have a couple bodies here, so you're not quite sure exactly how long this battle has been going on. But it looks like it's been going on for quite some time. Arosi, if you would like to click the roll button for your initiative.
Yes. I will roll initiative.
Decided that it's +2, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well.
Did
So
you?
we go second.
What? Hold on. Bring up combat carousel and click the roll. Click to roll.
Oh yeah, I should click the appropriate button, should I? There we go.
Should I? You son of a bitch!
Ah,
Ryan, fuck you.
It didn't show. He needed to click that
No.
one.
yeah, for the purposes of that, and I'm pretty sure we would have been below the Frost Giants anyway because they got a
would've.
13.
I guess it doesn't matter that much. But
Yeah.
For combat carousel to work, you need to click that.
you son of a bitch.
These frost giants, this one in particular, this one and this one are all trying to fight off. Like these two are, fighting two guys at once. They're just trying to shake them off, slash at them with their great axes, dealing damage. And especially this one. This one is going to attempt to pick up a boulder, not even caring about the guard next to him, and attempt to throw it at one of the archers. Actually, he's going to throw it at this archer up here.
Attack of opportunity from the guard.
Thanks, Rob.
We'll get there when we get there.
Read.
Right.
As you see this frost giant just pick up this boulder and just with effortlessly lunge it up at the archer as it kind of it hits the side of this barrier right here as you see rocks fall down below, almost extinguishing the flame as the archer kind of ducks out of the way and continues firing. The rest of the frost giants are just going to attack as regular. I have multiple d20s. Holy shit.
The guards are slaughtered.
The other frost giants are doing much better. That guy sucks. He's the lowest ranked frost giant.
Okay. The party's turn.
Okay. I am going to be casting the spell Heat Metal on this giant here
Okay.
because it's the only one. It's by itself. What are you guys doing?
Let's see. How big is the drop from the bridge here?
20 feet.
Yeah, about 20 feet.
About 20 feet. All right then. That's probably too crazy of an angle to pull off.
Yeah, where you're standing right now, you're not gonna be able to see until you get to like along the edges. We'll say for the purposes
Yeah.
of combat and like battle map wise, what's like you can see what's going on here, but you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't have line of sight
Interact
until
with
you
it.
get. You wouldn't have line of sight until you get to back here.
Yeah. I'm feeling gutsy for it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I were to jump off the bridge here, could I make an attack onto this frost giant here?
Like jump on him.
Yeah, like jump on him. I've got actually, no, I've got the
Lunge
alchemist.
attack?
Oh, I have the alchemist fire. I'll go ahead and throw the alchemist fire instead, and then I'll worry about what I'm doing thereafter in the next turn.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and roll a dexterity check for that.
It's on the front part.
Getting my spells really help me here. Getting close enough
Dexterity
together.
check to throw the for the.
Throwing alchemist fire onto the frost giant here. Get him set on fire
Why would you need to make a dexterity check?
to throw it and make sure it hits him.
It's a ranged attack. Wouldn't it be?
Technically speaking, a ranged attack. So
That's what he means.
yeah.
It's a ranged attack, so he adds his dex.
Okay. That's a 9. As you toss the alchemist fire down, it doesn't make direct contact with the frost giant. However, it does land. What's the
10
Here.
foot, I think.
Let me go ahead and put that in the chat real quick there for you.
20 feet? Okay. It misses its mark, but that's not it.
Well, the flask can be thrown up to 20.
Oh, what's the?
Well,
Area of
so
effect.
the way alchemists, it's not an area of effect.
It's,
If you
it's,
hit
it's,
target,
yeah, it's a target.
it takes
It's a target.
1d4.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes 1d4 fire damage.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it's literally he's trying to hit them with the flask. It's a matter of
Yeah.
if he misses or if he hits him.
Gotcha,
And if it
gotcha.
doesn't,
okay.
yeah.
The alchemist fire misses and scatters along the ground over here. The frost of the ground immediately extinguishes the flame.
And that's it for Erosi.
And Narian?
I think I'm gonna hop up to the front of the cart, and I'm actually gonna let my fucking sword disappear out of my hands.
Okay.
He's gonna
and
use
then,
Ray of Frost on Ice
No,
Dragons.
I don't know.
Oh, you're right. That is a good one.
Carlisle's gonna use Ray of Frost.
Doesn't have any fucking. All his shit is. All his damage
That's
dealing
rough.
spells are cantrips, and they're all cold related.
Cold. Yeah, that sounds like Cody. At least the character. But I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast with just using my hands instead of striking with my sword like I usually do.
Okay.
Why is it not? Oh, I gotta use the macro. That's right. Hold on. I'm gonna do it on the closest one.
You can't target this one.
I can't.
You have to be at the
Okay,
edge
then
of
the
the.
next-
edge
Then
of
the next
bridge.
closest. I mean, even standing up on the cart. Okay. I'll just cast it at the next closest, so the one up here then.
Okay.
I'm target. Okay.
12.
Up there. Yeah, 12.
As you cast, you said you weren't casting it from your sword, right?
It doesn't matter, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just for flavor purposes, I'm not.
As you cast Eldritch Blast, it skids or flies through the air past the shoulder of the guard. As the frost giant just moves in one particular direction as it flies past his
Misses.
shoulders. Yeah, it misses. Their AC is pretty high.
Yeah, I would imagine. I would imagine.
They're not very dexterous, but they are very strong.
Yeah.
Carlisle is going to. He's gonna come
Gonna
up to
cast sleep
here.
on the party.
He is going to cast Grease. I'm not really sure what else he can do. 60 feet. 10-foot square. He's going to cast it directly. 2, 3, 4. He can just barely get it, actually. Cast Grease on these squares. Whatever. I guess
It's a weird box.
it is a weird box, but this is like not perfect. But I know where it's at least. And then they're going to make a dexterity saving throw.
I like how it's 7.8 by -5.9 feet.
Holy shit! Frost giant.
Frost giant.
Crazy.
What the hell, Frost Giant?
He starts doing ballet on top of the grease.
I mean, considering that they probably exist near a lot of ice, they probably don't. They know how to walk on slippery things. Though grease is a lot.
All right, and then finally my heat metal spell. Oh, you're doing Sylvie's turn too.
Yeah. Sylvie's gonna cast Sacred Flame, which. God damn it! I gotta play 2 casters, bro.
I mean, you could have just said that they were asleep or something.
No. Is it during battle?
You could just give them a generic like a bolt spell that's thematic to them or something, and then
Yeah.
just work off of that.
They make the saving throw. I don't think they take half damage.
And especially with Sylvia being the healer in the party as well, you could probably just have her be a heal bot as well.
Gotta do something when nobody needs healing.
I'll just suffer.
Heat metal as.
She can summon spiritual weapon.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Ildra, you cast Heat Metal on the Frost Giant. Your character sheet.
I put the spell in the chat.
It is there.
No, thank you.
And I'm choosing his armor.
Okay, it's a little cheese, but I like it.
I dig it.
So he automatically takes 2d8 fire. So you
Yep.
can roll your 2d8 fire. This is every turn, right?
Yep.
Nah.
Damn.
Nah.
But it's also fire damage. I don't know if that does more damage.
It's hot damage.
It's hot damage. I think it's everybody, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's me.
Also, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
Okay. The Frost
Oh, wait,
Giant...
no. Wait. If the creature is holding or wearing the object and it takes damage from it, the creature must succeed from a Constitution saving throw.
To not take the damage?
No, to not get disadvantage on attack rolls and ability
Oh.
checks.
Oh.
I know they have high Constitution, so it's likely that they'll succeed, but
What's the DC? Nat 20.
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
All right. These four are going to attack. Doing regular.
Their con's not as good as you thought they were.
Huh?
They said their con's not as good as you
Yeah,
thought.
that's true.
I lowered the CR for you guys.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
because they're like CR 12 or something.
Yeah, they're crazy. Each Frost Giant hits a respective guard, dealing a decent amount of damage as battle ensues, bringing it back to your guys' turn.
So Rosie's gonna take a couple steps back here, pull out a dagger. Actually, no.
This is accurate to the distance, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, Rosie is gonna pull out a dagger, and he's gonna run off of here and attempt to jump onto the Frost Giant here and try to cling up, basically chokehold him and cling into him with a dagger.
All right. Make a dexterity check.
I dig it. Jump up.
There is acrobatics and athletics as well. Would
Oh.
you like to make
Yeah, I'm
like
thinking
an
on
athletics check?
Thinking on like a small level. Yeah, make a acrobatics check.
Acrobatics?
Or athletics or acrobatics, whichever one you prefer.
I will do athletics instead.
19 with your bonuses
24.
24. As the entire party watches Orosi leap from the bridge, unsure of exactly how far down this man just jumped down. Orosi jumps on the back of one of the Frost Giants as you hear a roar come from down below. Orosi, you cling on to the Frost Giant's neck as it has just swung its great axe at a guard. You can see it kind of try to look up and kind of almost attempt to toss you off. We'll get you down
If you
here.
can, yeah, put my token over there because it says
Yeah, there's a wall.
yeah.
You should get advantage on this attack.
And I do have a dagger in hand, so I'm gonna go ahead and plunge it into his shoulder just to give myself a handle to hold on to, as well as to deal damage to him.
All right, yeah, roll with advantage because the Frost Giant did not expect anything. Like he did not expect that to happen.
Enemies can't hit from me from the sky.
He's technically surprised.
Back with advantage.
Damn. Very nice. Very
Critical.
Nice. Very nice. Roll double damage. Reroll ones.
So I'll just hit critical hit on that, then re-rolling ones.
Damn.
Fucking max damage.
As you plunge the dagger into, I presume, the back of the neck or wherever.
Probably kind of like on the shoulder here, somewhere that's soft and
Right in the trap.
yeah.
Right in the trap, as the Frost Giant lets out a roar that echoes throughout the valley. As you pierce its shoulder, it twitches its arm and loses control of the great axe. Who would like to go next?
I'm just gonna run up and do an Eldritch Blast. I'm just trying to find where I need to run to.
Okay.
Can I see him from right here? Right here?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Okay. Yeah, I'll run up. I'm gonna run up there. Oh fuck. I think I can. At 25 feet. If I jump
Vault
off
over the
and-
horse.
Yeah,
it's possible.
something like that. Yeah. But even if I got off here, it'd be 5 feet, 15 feet, 5 feet, 10 feet, so... Yeah, I'd be able to make it. Because that'd be right at 30, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you're good. You can see him. You
25,
can see him.
25. Okay, cool.
He's got
I
a
just
little
wanna
bit
make
of
sure I got
cover.
no movement.
He's got a little bit of cover. But I don't think he'll get a bonus to
Not
AC.
enough to worry about.
Yeah, based on
Alright, so I'm gonna use my Hexblade's Curse on him. So for 1 minute, against the target, I get a +2 to damage rolls, and I crit on a 19 or 20 with any attack.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast again at him. I did that twice. Not better.
Nah, as you can see, you try to cast the spell, and
I'm nervous, bro.
the little bit of cover. Yeah, and Aaron's nervous. He's so close to Star Strider hold. The Eldritch Blast skits off one of the gargoyle statues things right there, and just kind of throws up back into the gate. This frost. Well.
Gone yet?
Yeah, I know. Sylvia's gonna cast Sacred Flame again for this one, and I think it's the same dexterity.
Reddish.
D8. Actually, I should just do damage.
You just take the average from the spell instead of having to roll.
All right, Ildjor.
So I am going to leap over the horses here. I measured that. That's 30 feet.
Okay.
And then I am going to use my action to summon Emor here. Here. No, I'm accidentally pressing D when I need to press X.
Can you bring him onto the battlefield if you go to the characters?
I don't know how I would.
You would click and drag.
Click and drag.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I can't click and drag myself either, so I don't know why I would be able to click and drag him.
I didn't know that. So you can move him. You can move him more now. Just move him to where you want. I'm not sure if that's.
So
where
he
you
needs to
want
make a dexterity saving throw.
Holy
Another
shit,
natural
bro.
20.
These guys
DM,
are
I,
insane.
Bro, we're
Ryan,
fighting the
I think
18.
you're-
Bro.
you sure your dice aren't loaded?
I think you're hacking.
This man has weighted his dice in the virtual.
So Emor's not actually going to do anything. He's just going to chill there, and then I'm going to use my bonus action again to make him take the damage from the heat metal. Much better. And then a Constitution saving throw.
I guess, dude. Okay, that's bad.
Disadvantage on all attack rolls and saving throws.
For his turn, or until your next turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sylvia is going to cast her. I wish she was here because I made a little.
I saw that. It's got its own token now.
Yeah, it's got its own
Yeah.
token. I don't know what spell she uses though.
It's not a... I don't... Well, it is a spell, isn't it? I thought it was
Sacred
a
weapon,
class
yeah.
feat. Yeah, it's Sacred Weapon. Or no, it's Spiritual Weapon, not Sacred Weapon.
Spiritual weapon?
I
Yeah.
think so.
What is that? Well, oh yeah, I see it. No, oh, she must have. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a second level spell.
She probably didn't have any spell slots left, but we long rested since then, so they would have been regenerated.
Yeah. She's going to cast that. I think it can attack on her turn.
I think it gets part of the summoning. I think it gets to make an immediate attack,
Immediate attack.
and then every other turn she has to use her bonus action to make an attack, or move. I believe that's how it works. I haven't played a cleric.
Make a melee attacking its creature within 5 feet of the weapon. So it's basically just a regular melee attack. Okay.
Yeah. And then you use the weapon stats that it gives you, which is like
Yikes.
1d8 plus spellcasting mod.
Yeah, no, she rolled a 4. Does not hit.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
We're high
Ryan
rolling.
has hacked our digital dice.
Dude, I don't know what Carlisle's gonna do. He is going to cast shield on. I think he can cast it on Uvenarian.
Shield? I thought shield is reactive.
It's a reaction spell.
Shield's a reaction. When I get hit,
spell
I can
uses
cast
one
shield.
reaction.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So like you do it instead of an attack of opportunity or something, or like you would do an attack of opportunity, and it gives you a bonus to your AC until your next turn, I think. But that's for when you're getting attacked. Like just before they actually make the attack, you get to do it.
I've never played a spellcaster in 5e, so
You're good. This is my first like actual spellcaster, and he's only kind of a spellcaster. I mean, he is really a spellcaster, but he's a hybrid.
He's gonna cast color spray. Fuck it. 60-10. And a cone.
Thank God he's safe.
And hopefully. 27. Yikes.
Doesn't do anything.
That is slightly less than that Frost Giant's HP. Ildor, did you go?
Yeah, I did. I summoned him more. Wait, no, that was last. Was that last turn?
No, it was this turn.
That was
I
this
thought
turn.
so. Yeah.
So I
What
think
is it?
everybody's went, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This Frost Giant's going to attempt to attack your Fire Spirit as it summons before him and kind of confuses him. They're not very intelligent, but he just sees like living flame and just immediately tries to attack it.
That's the whole point.
The
Moore is here to be a meat bag right now.
22.
How's he reacting to his armor burning him, by the way? How does he feel about that?
He's taking it. He's taking it. 23 to hit, dealing 16 points of slashing damage.
So he's at
I think he's dead.
9 HP. No, he was set to 14 from a previous encounter. I didn't reset his HP when I reset.
Okay.
Maybe.
This Frost Giant going to attempt to attack. Nat 1, cool.
Nice.
And for the remaining. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Crit.
Two
Some
of them
more
crit.
guys getting... Oh, God.
Two of them crit. Hold on.
Some motherfuckers getting crumped.
Hopefully it's not a Rosie.
No.
Please,
They're
God,
they're
no.
attacking the guards right now. As this Frost Giant, absolutely with its great axe almost being it's only slightly larger than some of these guards, comes down upon the head, the cranium of this Lothloren guard and just demolishes him.
Poor homie.
Poor homie. I'm too fucking far in. He's absolutely obliterated. This one, Frost Giant, does the same thing with this guard. Immediately disintegrates him, essentially. As the great axe comes down and hits the stone of the platform, the guard falls dead, both of them. Bring it back to your guys' turn. The two guards up at the top of the gates are still raining down arrows. I'm gonna do quick attacks for them because they're slightly different.
Are the other guards actually making attacks too? Are they
Yes.
just kind of okay?
Yes, but they're fairly weak.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. Go. Whoever's going next.
Arosi is going to. Let's see here. Since he's on the back of this giant here, oh Jesus, he's gonna go ahead and try to shuffle his weight to unbalance him and try to knock him down to the ground.
Okay.
Angry dragon backpack go.
Nibble, nibble.
You're trying to knock the frost giant.
Yeah, I'm trying to like shuffle the weight so that way he gets knocked off balance and falls.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Strength check. All right.
Good luck, because he also is gonna make a strength check. Oh shit.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Wow. Okay. As you shift to your right and to your left, which way would you like to throw him?
I'm gonna try to not throw us both off the shelf here, and I'm gonna try to like get him up against the wall here, so that way these two can start kicking him while he's down.
Okay. As you throw him up against the wall, he falls prone. Make a dexterity check since you're on top of him to not lose control.
Really fallen.
Dexterity, or do we want to specify acrobatics or
Make a dexterity saving throw.
saving throw? Gotcha. 11.
11. As you don't quite find your footing, you don't fall with him. You are not knocked prone. You are just kind of knocked off of him to the side.
All right.
You are no longer on top of him, but he is technically prone, down on both of his knees, up against the wall.
You fixed your box. I'm so proud of you.
And I'm pretty sure I don't get any more actions after that. I'm gonna take an action surge.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop the rope in hand, pull out my maul, and try to whack him with it.
Well, that was technically, it wasn't really an action for you to do that. I would say that's your movement.
Movement. All right, then I'll just drop my the rope in hand anyway and pull out my maul and go at it.
Okay.
Smashy, smashy.
Smash. And I get advantage because he is prone.
Oh man.
This
Right
is
advantage.
Poor
miss.
guy.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw out an action surge and go for another one. Hopefully
Very
this
well.
doesn't screw me over.
This can be used at scale.fighter.action-surge.
That 17 does hit. That 17 does hit.
17 does hit. All right then. I'm gonna go ahead and roll damage.
Oh.
9 damage.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
9
Right on
damage.
the ankle.
Bust his knees.
As
I
this
couldn't tell what
frost
that other
giant-
one rolled.
This frost giant is weak. Yeah, it's fucked up. Sylvia is going to cast Sacred Flame again. Which I keep
Baby,
forgetting.
burn.
Which I keep forgetting is a 14 dexterity.
Concentrations.
It's not. And it takes an area, and you can go ahead and go.
I'm gonna take 5 feet, step forward, and just make another Eldritch Blast. Trying to actually hit this motherfucker. He's throwing a little more anger into it this time. Yeah, there we go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead and make a.
That's a crit. Actually, that was a 19, and he's hexed.
Oh shit.
That was a crit.
All right. Yeah. Fucking crit.
Do I?
damage.
Yeah. Will it automatically do it? If I
Yeah, hit
critical
damage and hit critical hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. 19.
19.
19 points. As the Eldritch Blast hits the left shoulder of the Frost Giant, kind of knocking him back a little bit, but still remain planted on 2 feet. I'm going to do the guards.
Didn't even go yet.
I know, bro. I gotta get to a lot of people.
Okay.
Sorry. Hell yeah, I hit
Just
him.
let it happen.
Well, I didn't realize that the guards were going during our turn. I thought that you were doing them after us.
No,
I mean,
they.
he is, in a way.
Yeah. They kind of take their own.
They take the NPC turn, which is it has its own, doesn't have its own initiative. It's just it's in limbo.
Okay, go ahead, Eldril. My bad. My bad. You
So
went
I
first.
am going to use my bonus action to do the fire damage to him. Oh, did you give him the disadvantage on his attack when he attacked the guard, by the way, last turn?
He didn't hit. He didn't hit.
Okay.
He rolled too low.
Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta scroll back up.
The two people that crit were this one and this one. This one.
Here we go. That's a little bit more damage. 11 burning damage to him. How's he looking?
He's
Oh,
dead. Which that's
He
cool.
ignites, perishes.
As you can see him kind of take the hit from the Eldritch Blast and the metal kind of fusing into his skin. He drops down to one knee, and it's essentially the heat of the armor is increasing his core temperature, and he just basically dies from exhaustion. Like he's just
Oops.
made incredibly weak over the last few turns.
Bro, you just gave this man a heat injury. This dude had a heat stroke.
The Frost Giant had a heat stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I am going to cast. Sorry. I am also going to cast. Sorry, I didn't think this far ahead. I'm also going to cast Summon Beast.
Oh my god. Okay.
Another one.
And I can summon it within 30 feet.
What are you summoning?
I'm summoning the land variant.
The
Oh
land
yeah, this
variant.
is. I think this is how the new Beastmaster Hunters work too, where they have something kind of like this instead of the shitty version that they were before.
It's just like a
Native to
creature
its
here,
chosen
just like a
environment.
land
Yeah,
creature here.
yeah, and you can kind of choose what form it takes.
Yeah, as the GM, so you could probably do like a.
Well, I would imagine even Rap
Fuck
could choose
is
what
that,
kind of
right?
form
It's
it was.
it's an earth
It's just random
elemental. This
animal.
is for the sake of the fucking
To make it easy.
yeah.
Okay,
You're gonna have to choose what animal spirit you summon.
yeah. So it's basically flanking. That's why I was summoning it. I want it to be here to flank with this guy.
Okay. Yeah, this is fine because it's like the top right square. We'll say it's the top right square because it's not really 10 by 10.
So,
Even then, as long as it passes through.
and I don't know when I summon it. Can it attack immediately?
Does it take you?
And I know it has its initiative directly after mine. So basically, it's like right
It
after my turn
manifests
goes,
unoccupied
it gets
space that you can see within range. This corporeal form uses the bestial spirit stat block. When you cast this spell, choose an environment, air, land, or water. The creature resembles an animal of your choice that is native to the chosen environment, which determines certain stat block. The creature.
Yeah, immediately takes your turn after yours.
Yeah.
So we could just say
Yeah.
I can attack now.
So yeah, and then it's going to use the Maul attack, which is just a D20 plus my spell attack modifier. Sorry,
Your
Ryan.
wisdom. Your wisdom.
So that's +4.
This is your attacking with your earth elemental god
Yes.
beast. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead. Go
and
ahead.
it has advantage, actually. I didn't even think about that.
I mean,
Uh,
you can roll for a crit.
Yeah.
What's it look like? What animal
no.
is it?
It's just like a wolf.
Okay.
Repeat. I'm going generic here for a second.
White wolf.
So it's
or-
1 D8 +4 plus the spell level. So D8 plus 6.
10. All right. As your wolf is nabbing at the Achilles tendon, with the frost giant,
Nibble, nibble, nibble.
You gonna have Immor do his thing?
I used my bonus action to do the fire damage, so Immor cannot do anything.
Okay.
I think
Sylvia.
that's it.
I'm not sure how far her spiritual
30
weapon
feet.
can go. 30 feet. Yeah.
It can move 30 feet and attack.
Yeah, it's not gonna reach there.
It could get to this one,
Nah.
right?
The weapon can only move to 20 feet.
20.
But it can move 20 feet and attack again.
Okay. I think that's everybody. Carlisle, bro. I don't know. He's gonna cast
Exist.
Mirror Illusion.
Minor illusion?
Minor.
Minor illusion.
Minor Illusion.
It's alright, bud.
Oh, he's in this square. Whatever. Just in case one of them tries to attack him. Yeah, I think that's everybody.
What does he look like?
What do you mean?
You can create the image of an object, such as a chair, muddy footprints, or a small chest.
Or
It
what
can
am I
be no
thinking?
larger than
It
a
can also
5
just
foot.
be a sound.
What am I?
You can create. You can create
Mirror-
anything that.
Mirror image.
You're thinking a mirror image. Yeah.
Mirror
I
image.
said mirror illusion, but I meant mirror image.
Yeah.
You guys thought I
Yeah.
meant
Mirror
minor
image.
illusion. Fuck.
Well, you clicked minor illusion. You didn't click mirror image.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
did click minor illusion.
They must be
Right,
right next
man.
to each
The
other.
M's. He's gonna cast mirror image.
He's gonna cast a MI spell.
Yeah, the other.
Gives him a
MI
heart
spell.
attack.
I think that's everybody. Right? Everybody's went.
I think that just crit this round, yeah.
Myocardial infarction.
Yes.
This frost giant is gonna attempt to attack you. He's gonna use.
I love
his
how
move
the
to take it
dead
up.
one is the one that has the initiative.
Oh yeah, the dead one.
Wait, did I kill him or did somebody else kill him?
I did.
The
Oh,
heat.
yeah, that's
heat
right. That's
metal.
right. The
Heat
heat
metal
metal.
killed.
Yeah.
I'm guessing a 23 hits, bud,
For anyone here, yeah.
for a Rosie.
For a Rosie, yes.
I don't know. I think Sylvia's got a
He
way
has
to get over
disadvantage
20
in
AC.
melee attacking while prone.
No, he got up.
Yeah, he can
Okay.
get. Yeah.
Wait, did you not get
That
your attack
invokes
of
attack of
opportunity? Yeah, everybody
Yeah, I
that
d-
can touch him gets an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I don't think.
All right, roll. Fuckers.
Fine.
That's
Here,
look, we gotta get you when we can get you.
roll the dice.
Bitch.
The guards would too.
Oh, it misses.
One of them hit.
Hey, that's one. He's
Oh,
gonna
that
do
is
more than none.
3 damage.
Yeah, he rolled pretty low. He rolled a 1 on his damage die. Okay.
Nice.
He's low, but he still attacks with 23, dealing. What do they have? 21 points of slashing damage
Oh my god.
to
Me?
Erosi. Yes, to you, Erosi.
Oh.
That's crippling to me.
I'm fine.
Yeah, that's most of my HP as well.
Here, let me pull up that.
These
21.
I'd be down to 6 HP.
That one misses. That one hits. As you see this frost giant go to basically thwack this Lothloren guard in his side. The Lothloren guard, as the great axe hits the side of his armor, he flies off the platform. Shit. What the fuck? Oh, because there's a wall. Flies off the platform and splats down unconscious.
By the way, have these archers actually been attacking?
They
Yes,
have been.
They have been.
Okay.
He's gonna come down the platform on these motherfuckers. That's it for their turn. Okay.
I'll go first because I have the most planning to do on our end.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to have Emor attack this frost giant here.
Okay.
I actually have a macro for this, so that's great.
You gotta move him there first, bud.
It's a ranged attack, right?
Oh, okay, okay.
With a 60-foot range.
Ugh, not great.
Nope. As
Uh,
the fire skids off and
okay.
off into
And
nowhere.
And then during the rest of my turn, I am going to cast my last second level spell slot, and I am going to cast Old Person on this giant here.
Okay.
It's a humanoid.
Wisdom saving throw.
Boom! It's paralyzed for a whole minute.
It's standing though, right?
Yep, but it cannot move at all.
All right. Anarian. Muted.
My bad. I'm gonna sling a another Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna throw it right at this motherfucker. I think it's got 60 feet of range, right?
But you have
Yeah,
Eldritch
right.
Spear.
No,
you
I
cast it
traded
like
that out. I traded that
Oh.
Oh,
out. 120
still
feet.
120.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Just casting it out of my hands. This another crit.
Damn. Okay.
Well,
All right.
did you curse this guy?
Oh no, I didn't. I
Yeah,
didn't. I forgot.
The hex was on the
I was
other
thinking.
one.
Yeah, you're right. That would have been awesome though.
Close.
If I'd have got the other guy with it. 10 damage.
10 damage.
Right in the shin.
Yeah, so I'm just pulling the magic together in my hands and throwing it at him.
And this guy's gonna attack the frost giant as well, little dude.
Okay. Roll for his attack. I'm gonna roll for Sylvia's sword. Nope. It does hit.
8. 1d8 plus 6. Max damage.
Nice.
You got lucky, because this wolf absolutely tears the back of this frost giant to shreds. You dealt 1 point over his max HP, you lucky bastard.
You're at -1 HP.
You are at -1 HP.
Dead. The archers above are gonna go. Hits. Doesn't matter. He could do less. He could do any amount of damage because this one absolutely takes him down. Oh, shit. Do I have to fucking? One of the arrows pierces the frost giant in the back of the head, effectively dealing the last point of damage as it sort of buckles down on one knee and falls down the stairs. It rolls down the stairs. And it is dead.
All
The
right.
last remaining frost giant sits below Orosi.
Rosie is gonna do second wind. I'm gonna go ahead and do the healing for that. 6
Low
HP returned.
Okay.
Go ahead and do that. Let's see here. That would end up being 24. And then he's gonna go ahead and make his attack action with his maul. Far up there.
Smash.
20 hit.
20 does hit.
All right, then, and I'm gonna roll damage. I'm gonna just fucking pop up another one of those down there. Damage. 10 damage.
Orosi, how would you like to murder this frost giant?
So just as this frost giant has gotten back to his feet, Rose is gonna take his ball, hit him in his right knee, buckling him back down to the ground. He's gonna swing back again, hit him in his face, getting him back down to the ground. And then as he's looking up at Orosi, gonna bring the maul overhead and bring it down.
Absolutely. As the maul comes down, his head is effectively, even through the armor of the helmet, crushed as Sylvia kind of looks over and sees the latter part of this turn happening. The maul coming down, the helmet crushed, the frost giant twitching its last few muscle spasms before its brain is effectively shot. And it dies.
As soon
metal's
as
kind of busted.
these 3 are down, so when this last one, roar.
Or
Rar XD.
As soon as this last one that was standing up here goes down, Anarion assumes everybody else is gonna be able to take care of that one, so he makes his way back to the cart and tries to make himself sparse.
Okay.
Hide.
After combat drops, Orosi looks to the 2 men at his sides. Are any of you injured?
The one to your right, kind of grasping his rib cage through his armor. He's I don't know. The other guard rushes to his aid, and begins to kind of take him and bring him up the stairs this way.
Oh, I was gonna jump down there and heal him.
Yeah, can we drop the combat carousel as well?
My bad.
Yeah.
If anybody needs some healing, come over here. We've got 2 healers here.
Anarion is probably trying to just watch what's going on.
Sylvie,
as quietly.
come over here and help
carefully
me
as he can.
take care of these guys. And I'll just, expend my cure wounds.
Okay.
How? Do you want me to actually roll
Yeah.
each time?
Well, roll 1 for all of them.
Okay.
Make it easier. Does anybody need heals from Sylvia? She can cast Cure Wounds as well.
Orosi might need topping off.
Rosie needs some top.
And I'll just say I needed to use it like 3 times,
Sylvia.
right?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
So I've got 1 first level spell left as well.
Three. Or 10.
Ah.
Holy shit.
10.
He heals
10
much
to-
better than I do. Healing cleric shit. Pretty strong.
As this particular guard is going to go take a seat and kind of rest by the staircase, kicking the frost giant in his shoulder. The frost giant barely making a movement, as if this kick from this man just had no force behind it. The man sits, takes off his helmet. As you can see, he's a human individual, sort of darker skin, just trying to get some air for a moment.
That was intense.
This particular guard up top, the one who was not as injured as the one below him, turns to you, Rosie. Thankfully you guys came when you did. We've been in battle for the last, 20 minutes or so.
20 minutes. Ugh.
At least that could have been longer. Look, we're gonna clean up and
Yeah.
possibly get somebody to relieve us down here. Excuse me for a moment.
You've earned it. Go ahead.
As he leaves and
I'm gonna just assume that I'm gonna be okay to start heading in, and I'm just gonna help get this guard standing,
okay.
and I'm gonna start heading towards the gates of the
Yeah.
city as well.
Okay. Well, this is not the gates of the city. This is like I said, a checkpoint.
Oh, to the checkpoint.
Still a few miles out, I thought.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna help this
you're
guy
like a
get
mile or two
inside,
out, not
okay,
too far.
guys?
As you walk up to the door, the guard says, I got it from here.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Looking at the frost giants, is there any equipment that looks worthwhile to take off of them?
There appears to be it's a small knife, though it's fairly large in your hands. Fashioned from bone of some sort. Very sharp. Of frost giant quality, but nothing that would be like that would probably be the most notable item taken off.
Yeah. It's a little curio. I'll take it as a
As a
I'll
trinket.
add as a trinket, a giant's knife.
The knife itself, like I said, carved from bone, has various intricate etchings made within the bone, various depictions of people and like scenery. It's very crude, but it's interesting. As
It's
this
one
guard,
super magical dagger of mega murder.
the guard walks over to the guard that's kneeling down. All right, everybody, get back in your cart. Someone help me move this giant to the side.
Rosie, come help. Come give me a hand.
Rosie gives a hand.
It's this guard.
Oh. Which
Why
one?
are we moving? Oh, because that's the gateway. That makes sense. And what, are we dragging him this way?
Yeah, dragging him this way. Just off of the... Because as you can see, the carriage will normally come through here.
Yeah, it's this way.
And then go through there.
Yeah, we couldn't go up the stairs.
Yeah.
All-terrain carriage.
Yeah, our cart doesn't have 4-wheel drive.
This
Not
gate...
this, no.
Anarian, this gate is for guards only. Like, this is like...
Oh, it's like the guardhouse.
Yeah, kind of. And then, like, carriages will move through here up into there.
Yeah.
But,
I'm assuming like this is just another path that people come from.
Yeah, it's the guards for guards and shit. As the guard kind of takes the leg of the giant and plops it down on the ground. Gentlemen, we thank you for the help.
It's no trouble at all. Just stay safe.
Another day for us.
I think our business here is concluded. You may enter.
Thanks for the helping, more. And then he poofs, and then this doggy over here poofs. Come on, Carlisle, let's go.
All aboard!
Choo choo!
Did Anarion notice that that one guy was a human?
Yes.
Would he be able to see from the cart? Okay.
Yes, he was human, of a darker skin.
He's a half dark elf.
He could be half drow.
As the carriage moves on over the blood-stained ice, going over the frost giants, as you can see the two guards kind of come over and pick the other frost giant up and kind of move them and kind of just not really stack their bodies because these are very
Make a
large
big
creatures,
pile.
but try to like put them together just to kind of get them out of the way. As the carriage pulls to the left and then pulls back to the right, you can see 3 more guards come out, and presumably to help the other guards. Through the gates, though, leaving the torch-lit checkpoint behind. The lights of Lothloren, formerly known as Starstrider Hold, flicker in the near distance. You are only, I wouldn't even say you're really a mile away, maybe like a half mile away from the city gates, as the city looming in the Diaker Mountains is vast.
So is it like this is like a choke point? Like that checkpoint is like, that's like the only way to get closer to the city?
No,
That's
not
like
really.
easily accessible? Okay.
It's the most easily accessible because you could take a horse and carriage there. But like I explained earlier, it's for environmental hazards only. It's not meant as a checkpoint to like check baggage and verify identities and anything. It's like the Diaker is very
Another layer of
dangerous.
defense.
It's another layer of defense.
Makes sense.
Bringing you guys to the Lothloren map, crossing the river that
So-
you see was from the. What's up, Nick?
On our way there, I was gonna, before we actually made it into the city.
Yep.
I was gonna address the party. Is there anything? Would you like me to tell you all about the city?
They're not particularly tight about security here, are they? Like, they're not gonna like go through everything, because I'm assuming we're coming here anyway with you
Well-
in tow. So
I wouldn't say that. The city has changed much from what I was used to, but I don't think we're gonna get searched necessarily on the way.
Bro, Ron is kind of a baller.
Considering that
City.
we are in the cold north here, they probably will allow people to be a little bit more free.
As Carlisle looks over to you, Nick. There's always invisibility, if it comes down to that.
It's definitely an option that I've thought about. I'm not so much worried at the moment about getting in with our cart. However, once we make it into the city, we will need to find. I know you all can stay at a tavern if you wish, but I'll have to find somewhere else to stay. I don't want my face being seen. I don't want to be tied to anything. I'm gonna check out if my old safe house is still open. Maybe I can hide out there.
Well, just be careful, you know. They may have found it or something by now.
It's possible, but I don't. You know me. I don't travel very heavy.
Well,
Anything
worst
I
case,
need can fit in a pack.
do you have anything to signal us worst case scenario if something happens?
Not necessarily. I don't think.
Well,
I'm gonna give them. So I'm gonna take out like a piece of paper or something. And I think I carry an ink and quill. So I'm gonna write out where the mage contact, the wizard that I knew, who helped me disguise myself the first time. I'm gonna write his directions to his place and to my safe house, or where that was before. And I'll be at one of those places.
Okay. Can I throw you into a one-on-one real quick?
Yes.
Okay.
We definitely should.
Okay. I'm gonna bring everybody to the tavern, the gang, anyway. So the safe house in the wizard's home is different, right? Is what you wanted it to be?
That's fine. If it's the same place, we can roll it as the same place. You didn't mention whenever you told me what I did during our year apart. You didn't say that they were the same place or that they were different. We talked about them.
Okay. I mean, I prepared it as if it was the same place. It doesn't have to be, but
It's fine.
like I figure
we can do that. Yeah.
I figure like a Narian, like he wouldn't have a piece of property that was abandoned unless like you're talking about Valentia's house, which is like still kind of
No,
but like
that would have been in the manor anyway. So
but we can have the wizard's place be your safe house.
that's fine. That works for me.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
All right.
Okay. So scratch that. I'm just gonna write down the wizard's place because that's where my safe house was. So I'm gonna write down my contacts area that we can meet up at. If you want to get yourselves a tavern somewhere more comfortable to stay, that's where you can find me and we can discuss what's going on.
Okay, so based on that address, where do we know that is in the city?
So for
It's more directions. Than
yeah.
an address, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'll say Anarian, draws like a rough, rudimentary sketch of the city.
Yeah.
And he kind of lays out the districts. As you can see on the map, here is the Adventurers District. And if you see in tiny letters, this particular home, the Wizard's home.
Wizards.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
It's very small, but I use the text thing. I also have a couple other things listed on there, but in due time, whatever Anarian wants. Anyways, you guys can continue if there's anything else left to be said before hitting the gates.
I will let you know, Anarian, that in case things do go south, and Rossi shuffles into his bag real quick somewhere deep in there. He pulls out a little horn. If I sound this, you'll know where we're at, in case things go awry.
Ideally, you all won't be in that danger. I'm going to do my best to put myself in the way of any danger that might come to you all. I don't want you to have to be tied to me.
Well, in that case, then, would you like to hold on to it then, and blow it in the case that something does go wrong?
If it'll ease your mind, I'll take it.
All right. I'm gonna hand over the horn in my inventory. I don't know how else to go about handing it off to him.
Let me bring up both of your character sheets. You said you have a horn here?
A horn, yeah. It's under tools and inventory.
Okay. I just transferred it.
Wonderful.
Sweet. Okay. um, if you all don't have any questions at the moment, when we get together next, I'll explain a little more on the plan.
Of course.
But for now, I think you should all find somewhere to stay, so that you can all at least go back somewhere and get the card established, and then we'll go from there if it's okay with you all.
Yeah, that sounds good. Off we go.
Okay. If somebody could find number 17 in the city. Oh yeah, I found it already. That is, what is it? According to the map, the Wet Duck Inn. There's also an inn on the outskirts of the city, up at the top right.
Yeah, the Rose Inn.
All the way out there.
Yeah, all the way.
That
out.
way, I
that's
mean,
the legend.
that in the North Village, that's definitely more secluded. So I would kind of guide them towards there, since it's a little
Okay.
further away. If you guys want to stay inside the city, that's up to you. But if you want to keep a low profile, that would be a good area too. And
Yeah,
it's
let-
closer to the wizard's home.
Very well.
I am gonna, because I imagine they're not gonna drop me off inside the city, so I would probably have to split up, and I would assume walk there.
Walk into the city.
I would have to get to the wizard's home somehow,
Okay.
since that's where I'm staying.
Okay. So guiding them along to the inn in the top right. So just so I'm clear, we're dropping everybody off. And
We probably dropped off an area on here.
Okay. Yeah. Very well.
And he went in, and then we kept going.
Okay.
Does that sound about right?
Then I will, for purposes.
An area. Hello,
Nick.
Nick. You're muted. If you're,
I'm not muted.
Oh.
I said that works.
Oh. Okay. Well,
we didn't hear anything.
yeah.
Audio might have dropped at that
My
very
bad.
inconvenient moment.
Dropping everybody off at the Wet Duck Inn, Eljor and Arosi walk into the, what was it, Yellow Rose Inn?
Yeah.
This inn is particularly small. It's meant for, you know, passerbyers. It's not very large, very small rooms, nothing really extravagant. It has a small bar portion, but it's mainly just an inn.
It's like a bed and breakfast as opposed to a big hotel.
Sure. Various patrons of elven and human descent, a couple dwarves, actually one dwarf, as the majority is elvish. You know, feasting on small plates, drinking. There's only...
Is it so? Because of the way the city was built was by drow, wood elves, and high elves. Is it still like a mixture of the three?
Yes. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
I just wanted to make sure so that the scene was set clear, because that was a big part of the city, is that it was between those three species.
Yes, throughout the changes, the various political changes, the population still remains the same. As it's. I mean, it would be hard to kind of mass move out.
Yeah.
A third or fourth of the city, you know. So they're just kind of remnants of the prior establishment. The barkeep is of elvish descent. He looks like to be like maybe a half elf. You know, working, serving the patrons. The rooms here are fairly cheap. Probably about 5 silver per room per night. One bed, small. So take your picking.
Orosi will start pulling out a couple gold. We need 4 rooms for the evening.
4 rooms? Yeah, 1 bed. Perhaps a window.
And also some food would be great.
So he begins to write down, take notes. Everybody minus however many nights you're staying. You said 4, so 2 gold. I'll have everybody minus 2 gold. You order drinks, you order the food as the night passes. And Arian, as you walk towards the gates of the city, guards stand upon the watchtowers. As only about 2 guards stand near the entrances, kind of posted up in the event of anything happening. With your mask, essentially, wrapped around your head, they...
Good up as well.
Yeah, up, shielding your identity. They take a peek at you as you walk through the gates, but you're not appearing suspicious.
I'm not armed.
Yeah.
I'm technically not armed.
Yeah, they don't find you suspicious at all. They just take a quick glance at you, and continue about their post as you walk into the city.
Yeah.
Let me.
Also, I gotta say, damn, everyone hates this street right here.
Yeah, that's the.
That's the Muggin Street.
It's also the only way into the Adventurers District. It would have like made more sense if there was like another connection like here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's how the city was built, dude.
Man, Elven construction, Keck W.
As you walk through the gates in Arian, taking the first few steps in the city, you see various groups of people standing around in their respective parts of the road. A board or so, as when you first walk into the city, there's a giant poster board kind of with events, various happenings throughout the city for tourists and such. Appearing upon, taking a quick glance as you walk by, various papers flying around as you take a peek into the top right corner and see a very rough sketch of a person, a dark elf that looks like you.
There it is.
As the words scribbled in what's your like ethnic language? Is it Undercommon, right?
I technically, but the way 5e has it, you just know, like as a drow, you just know Elven.
Okay.
So I don't know if they changed that or.
Well, scribbled in Elvish is
Okay.
If seen, contact Stown Vespi.
I need to write that down, homie.
Stown
Find my notebook.
Vespi is the name of the individual in which you seek.
Oh, how do you spell that?
Staun, Stown, last name Vespi, Vespi.
Okay.
This rough sketch of yourself flailing in the cold winds of Lothloren is a reminder of the sheer weight of your journey here. I'm guessing you're.
Last 8 years.
I'm guessing you're heading towards the Wizard's Home, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way there.
Okay. I wish I could make your token a little bit smaller, but we'll just say for the purposes we'll get you there.
That's okay.
No, because it sticks to the grid and it's a certain.
There are limitations.
Oh, it's like
You'd have to
locked
like
to
enlarge the picture to its yeah, it'd be weird.
Yeah.
And we'd have to scroll all over the place.
I could do something like this, maybe. It'll make it slightly smaller, I believe.
Oh yeah, that did make it smaller.
Yeah, just decrease the size of the grid.
No, I decreased the token size to the grid, so it's 30% of what it normally is.
Yeah, because that's like perfect.
Are there any lights on? Does he look like he's home?
Yes. Let me One moment.
I don't remember. Did we establish a name? Do you have a name in mind?
Yes, I do have a name.
Okay.
And it just struck me that I forgot to make a token for the dude, so I am going to use.
I found this cool app that you can make like custom tokens with. I'll need to send you. Cause you can make like any fucking character with it.
I use Token Stamp too.
It's called Portrait Works. And like it's super customizable. Like you can make your own characters, your own NPCs, and all that kind of shit with it.
I will use a.
Not sponsored.
It's pretty neat.
Put random sponsors in these videos that we make. Brought to you by.
It's just like that's random ad breaks for no fucking reason.
Yeah, just because.
Let me put in a generic.
Brought to you by
Joe Mama.
I'll throw you on the map.
The
and then I'll make a
drink,
token
that's
later.
for you.
That's fine. No worries.
Let me bring just you to this. Wait. Which one are you?
This episode has been brought to you by the Caltrop Inn and Tavern. Come, try the Dragon Brew.
Or else. You wouldn't
They're all
want to have a bad
in-world
time otherwise.
sponsors.
Just make some of them vaguely threatening, others just like off-putting.
Or else.
Or else.
I should be dragging you to this.
Yeah, it's sitting at 97%.
Oh, okay.
Also, it looks like this part of the town is not connected to the rest of the town at all.
I'm not on that map right now. I cannot see.
Right, guys? Doesn't this look completely disconnected?
That's because there is no other
It went up to
street
98.
connecting that district. Aside from this lonesome one.
No, but I mean, this part
Oh, hey,
does
look.
not look connected to this part.
X plus left click leaves a circle.
So, like, this part of the town, down here, where the wizard's house is, doesn't look connected to this part.
And it's also relative to your character's color.
Reload the page, maybe, Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna give. Oh no, it just finished.
Okay. So you can see the door and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. As you,
Weird. I can't move it around. I can't scroll around the map though.
We can still see your token on this map.
Well,
fine.
yeah,
look, it's just to say like where he's at.
yeah.
What do you mean
Oh.
you can't?
Like I can't click and drag. Oh, there it goes. Now it works. It wasn't working a minute ago. Oh, yeah, it just had to move.
As you knock on the door, you hear footsteps. As the door opens, I don't have a token for him yet, but you just, he's there.
Yeah,
All right.
I got you.
You open the door, and this man, Elton Valhalen. What, Rap?
There's two musical artists. Just wow.
I dig it.
Elton Valhalen as this man, the wizard. We can get to specifics on how he looks, whatever. I'm not sure if you had anything particular in mind, but as he stands
No,
there,
however you think.
the door opens. Can I help you?
I'm gonna pull the mask off, just kind of from where it was tied.
Oh, jeez. Get inside. Get inside.
Yeah, I'll rush my way in.
Okay. Moving through. Let's get you in here. Closing the door. The warmth of the room. Let's get some different music in here. Fucking. The warmth of the small building, which you're familiar with. I'll kind of give you like a little tour, because you know the house. You've been here before.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll let you explore for a moment.
Okay, that's fine.
'Cause I got some cool elements that I've used
Gotcha.
in previous. So you get like the living room right here.
Yeah.
To your right is like a kitchen area and a
Okay.
bath. Then you get like a living room area with stairs that go up to the second floor,
All right.
which
I'll
it
finish
should automatically take you. If you go on the stairs, it should take you to the
Yeah.
second floor.
Look in here. See, this is a kitchen area. This is what? The bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, it did, I think. Oh, if I... Did I break it? I broke it. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I got it now. Another, like, little study area.
Yeah, this is
Like a landing.
that's Elton's like bedroom, and then your room is right here, but it's locked. As you reach in your pocket, take your key, say or retroactively you have a key for your own room, and unlock
Okay.
it. This room houses your findings and your dealings while you're here. Various paperwork, documents, or whatever you use to investigate in your tenure here prior.
Yeah.
This is your little, safety room that Elton doesn't go into. It's your private quarters.
I go... Did he come up with me?
Uh,
I would assume. I mean, I don't want to just rush it. We say we were talking on the way or something. I didn't want to just brush past him.
yeah. I mean, I just wanted to show you the house. I just wanted to show you the
Yeah,
house.
okay. Okay, okay.
But here, I'll take you back down here.
That's fine. Yeah.
As he closes the door behind him, kind of patting you, like brushing the snowflakes off you a little bit. The warmth of the house immediately engulfs you.
Is he also drow, or is he a different type of elf?
That's up to you. What would you like?
I'd say he's probably drow.
Drow. Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you back in the city? What brings you back?
Do you remember when I left? Said I had something calling me somewhere else. Well, I needed to come back with friends to finish what I was doing.
Okay. Where are they now?
I sent them to the inn up in North City or North Town.
It's dangerous here alone. I would have recommended you bring friends to shield you and provide some sort of, if you were ever to be vetted by the guards or anything.
I wanted to prepare you. I didn't want to bring a handful of guests into your home.
Very well, very well. Come.
Last minute.
Come sit with me as he makes his way and sits at the chair.
I'll sit at the one next to him right here.
Okay.
On the middle of the table. I'm gonna lay down.
What's your plan? Well, actually, did you just get in tonight, or?
Yes, we just were rode in. I split off when we were near the gate up in North Town, and I walked my way through.
How have you been?
Well, I know I told you a little bit of the people that I traveled with before I came back into the city last year. It was last year, yeah. Those are the same people I've brought with me. It's complicated, but as somebody who understands magic, and I'm gonna kind of show him the mark on me.
Interesting.
We're bound together somehow.
As he peers into the rune or marking on your abdomen, he touches his chin. Thanks. This look on his face is something you're fairly familiar with. It's his inquisitive look, as throughout the years of his teachings, he's always kind of had this look on his face when he's either thinking really hard or he's deducing a problem. He looks upon it. It's ancient magic, it appears. What are the symptoms?
Well, at first it hurt. It was like uncomfortable at first, right? Like I was pretty sick for a little bit,
Okay, yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I was just making sure I didn't remember. Yeah.
It was a
Okay.
vague sickness for a little bit.
Yeah.
Initially.
I felt sick, like I had a cold or a bug or something, for a day or two after. But after that, well, the only symptom is every once in a while I'll see through one of their eyes.
Scrying. But interesting. I'll have to do some research. Anyways, what are your intentions in Starstrider Hold?
Well, you remember the man I was looking for?
Mm-hmm.
Were those wanted posters were new, right? Those weren't here the last time. I mean, there were probably at least the fact that he was looking for me is new, right? He wasn't looking for me before.
It's not a matter of him personally looking
But
for
he's
you.
in charge of it. He's in charge of the investigation.
He is of upper level
Okay.
when it comes to things like that. I mean, he was the sole witness, the sole eyewitness to the happening.
True.
So
Makes sense. Yeah. All right.
Wanted posters aren't necessarily new, especially of you. It's
I figured.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with more people, I may be able to confront him more about finding the other families that were kicked out. Find more information on who is in charge now, who took over. I know the face that they're using, whoever they claim is what do they call it? The leader now? I don't remember if it was like a governor or what they decided. You said they went more democratic.
It was.
Looking through our messages.
Joke about the man who runs Lothloren now.
Yeah. Officially.
I'll have to look through my notes. I know that Lothloren is named after his wife. I think her maiden name. Yeah, I'll have to look through. There might be in the messages. Or maybe I haven't named the new lord yet. I'm not sure. I'll have to look through, but regardless.
I don't remember. Either way, I know that there's somebody behind pulling all the strings. That's who I want information on. The man who corrupted my father.
Well, just so happens I've done my own investigation since you've left, and I believe I found something. Give me one moment. As he stands up, begins to walk towards the staircase in the back of the room, up the stairs, footsteps creaking on the wood above you as he appears to go to his private quarters. Returns momentarily with several pieces of paper and books. He sets on the table. Now, I've did a little bit of research since you left, and this Stound guy, his residence is not very much guarded, only on special occasions with foreign dignitaries and such, which we haven't had one in quite some time. So, infiltration of his residence might be a little tricky, but not impossible.
That's what I was thinking. As for my idea to find him,
And I know we've spoken on Falstad and Nosgrim before in the past, and we haven't really found anything, but...
I'm sure they left the city long ago.
Well, I would like to inquire something. I have a hunch, and I'd like your viewpoint. As he puts down copies of what appear to be travel manifests. These manifests were from the docks in a fishing village just north of Galrod. I looked through the entries from August to September of 1169, right around the time where the insurrection happened. look at these two names. As his fingers run down the list to a Fraser Hammingmel and Alastair Dothbridge. Fraser Hammingmel, FrazerHammingmell, and Alastair Dothbridge, ALASTER DOFFEDPAGE.
Anagrams.
That's what I was thinking. Nazgrim Fellhammer and Falstad Deepforge, it just makes sense. I looked through every name and I double-checked this and I triple-checked it.
That's more clever than I would have given them credit for.
I would say the same. And I looked to see if Valentia maybe had left with them, because I would agree they're not the smartest fellows, but I didn't see an anagram for her name. I'm unable to confirm if she traveled with them or not, but like I said, this is all just a hunch. I find it hard to believe that it would be anybody else.
You said leaving Galrod?
Leaving a fishing village just north of Galrod. The destination manifests are unknown. I don't know where they went. They weren't in any records anywhere, but a boat did depart with these two names. And maybe they escaped to lead.
That would make sense.
That's something to investigate at a later date, though. I'll give you my findings. We can focus on Starstrider Hold. Is there anything I could do now? I mean, your bed is upstairs, undisturbed from your last visit.
Well, the others should be. They know where your home is. They should be arriving sometime. I would assume tomorrow morning.
Okay.
We just got into. Well, we helped some of the guards at the checkpoint fighting off some frost giants. So.
You weren't seeing
While I didn't
no?
get hurt, no. Well, I aided, but I made myself sparse.
Very well. Feel free to take some food from the kitchen if you're hungry. Your room has been undisturbed, like I said, since your last visit, so... you always have a bed here.
I go to reach for his hand to shake it.
Shake your head. One last thing is there any new information at all regarding in your travels as far as what you might have heard happening in the city?
Only from what I was here last time.
I feel like things are changing, but in ways that I'm not quite able to perceive. It's like the overall atmosphere of the city is... I don't know if it's the new generation coming in. I don't know if it's the remnants of the government that's spewing out into middle-class life. I don't know. I just have this feeling.
That's how it was with Father. He started making slight decisions here and there that seemed off, just slightly, until they became bigger and bigger. I'm sure whoever's behind that insurrection is probably pulling some more strings the way he does behind the shadows without any real sight aside from those who are directly around him.
Well, if, I would agree, but I'll keep my door unlocked in the event that you're not here and you stay out too late. But please feel free to freshen yourself up and yeah. As the conversation kind of trails off.
I did have one more thing as before he would go to leave the room.
Mm-hmm.
I do. They don't know my name. They know I'm an Arion. They don't know who my father was.
Your friends.
I'd like to keep it that way for a moment. Yes.
Okay. How much
There's
do
a lot
they
to
know?
They know I'm from here. They know my father was killed, and they know I'm looking for a man who witnessed his murder.
An area. This could be. If they find out the truth.
I know. They have to. I'll tell them. They need to know, but
If you need aid in the conversation, I am 100% there to back you up.
I give him a nod before he takes off.
Small bits of conversation are had here and there as your safe house, Elton's own home with your own bed, your own living space. His living condition shifts to having basically a roommate around and taking the necessary precautions of having such an individual in his presence. If there's nothing else left to discuss, everybody else at the Yellow Rose Inn takes to their rooms, freshens up, takes off their armor, begins to cleanse themselves with in the small bathroom, more in like a basically tub, and if there's nothing else to be said, no other business to conduct for the day, we can take rest into the night if everybody is okay with that.
I think so.
Moving back to the map. Did that take you off of that map, Nick?
It did not, but I can click. I think I can click Lothloren map. Yeah, I can click it and see it.
Well, I mean, I was just
But
curious. I don't know a lot about like pulling people to scenes and.
It didn't pull me, but I still have access to go to the wizard's home scene. So it's like there's two of them queued at the top that I can click on.
Gotcha. Click on the wizard's home again. See if it takes you there.
It is still loading the Lothloren map. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, it says I have to finish loading this one before I can load another one.
Gotcha. I think it disappears. I don't think you can click back into it.
It might.
But
I do
Yeah,
want to let you
it
know,
just did
Ryan.
once I got back.
I do want to let you know that I can only see Lothroren, however you fucking say
Yeah,
it.
You should.
Yeah.
That should be it.
Yeah.
it was only Nick that saw the.
Working as intended.
Yeah, working as intended. As Nick would be the only one, because he was at the wizard's house.
Yeah.
Assuming that you guys eventually go there, you'll see it. But as the night presses on, I see. The next day rolls around, morning comes, Anarian, as you awaken in your bed in the wizard's home, and as the rest of the party begins to awake, and assuming if they would like to have meals at the small breakfast they have downstairs or feed off their rations, whatever the case may be, have your first morning helpings of whatever food you try to get in your stomach. The day, I believe, is a Monday, which doesn't mean anything significant for the city, but it is a weekday. It's fairly busy. Waking up and peering at the window in area, and you see carts traveling back and forth. Even though you're kind of in like a not a cul-de-sac, but like an alley. You see people departing.
Dead-end street.
Yeah, dead-end street. You see people departing from their homes to make their way to most likely the Adventurers District to kind of conduct business and such. As for the party at the inn, getting up, moving about, there's not a lot of people. The tavern is basically empty besides a couple people maybe sharing breakfast, nobody drinking or anything. There's a lone barkeep of a dark elf descent, young, kind of doing the workings behind the counter, but it's completely up to you guys what the next move is. So what would you guys like to do?
Probably gonna get a map of the city, as well as let's see here. I see a Fighters Guild, Business District, University, Sky Garden, merchant district is there,
We'll say for the purposes of playing, you guys have a map of the
Yeah.
city eventually. You guys got one
Yeah.
at some point.
Got one at some point. Wonderful.
From the inn. The inn had them.
Yeah,
it's
they
a
had
tourist inn. People come and go. So yeah, we'll say it's not unreasonable.
Let us see here. We should probably keep our horses stabled outside of the city. That would probably be worthwhile.
You could, or you could bring them into the city. You saw people coming and going. Like you could take a carriage to any place within the city.
Yeah.
Without walking everywhere, you know.
You know what? Yeah, let's just take our horses and carriage through the city, so that way we make ease of access of things. There's nothing that comes to mind for me. You want to go take a walk through the city, Iljor, until we're needed?
Oh, sure. It sounds great.
Perhaps I could find a neat place to go and sell this giant's knife.
Oh, sure. You should probably get it, like, evaluated somewhere first. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like magical or
If
something.
it's up to OSHA standards.
Yeah. OSHA standards.
What the fuck?
Just
They exist.
immediately.
There are OSHA rules on knives, so
Yes.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah.
I can only have certain knives at work.
Oh yeah, that is true, isn't it?
Damn. Okay, taking the horse and carriage through the gates of the city, much like what Anarian saw, you guys see various guards on watchtowers kind of peering over, a couple guards talking amongst themselves in groups. The gates of the city are wide open, people are coming and going. The guards just kind of glance at you, giving you a rough up and down, as they don't stop you, they just, they watch you go into the
Orochi
city.
just kind of puts his hand up as a greeting and passes by.
One of them nods, and these guards, you can't see their faces. They're all kind of wear the same thing with like an iron helmet, shielding their face. So you can never really tell who you're looking at. They all kind of look the same in terms of what they're adorned in. So, moving within the city, you do notice as well the board. The city board with flyers for events throughout the city, various jobs that are contracted with the Adventurers Guild, and people you can contact, events such as competitions and river activities. And in the top right, a very rough sketch of a dark elf who looks uncannily similar to Anarian. Do either of you know Elvish?
Orochi does not.
Do you know Ildor?
I
You
would
exist
think
right now,
under-
Rap?
Yeah,
With that
you-
face.
Sorry, boys. My brain.
the way
is
you were
turned off.
staring.
Are you like? Can you hear us? We're good. It's like,
Yeah.
Can you
My brain
read
was turned
Elvish?
off for a second.
The man is
I can.
Okay. Ildor.
Druidic, Elvish, Common, and Gnomish.
You read the words "if seen, contact Stound Vespi," and Elvish as this sketch of Anarian hangs upon the board, flapping in the cold morning air.
Are we aware of that name?
Stound Vespi? No.
Because he told us that he was looking for someone. Okay.
Yeah, you
I
don't. You
didn't
don't know
give
the
a
name.
Oh,
I've never known the Thieves Guild to be in this city, but they don't tell me everything. Might be helpful.
it says, if seen, contact Stound Vespi. No, is it Vespi? That's what it says. Probably doesn't read Elvish a whole lot. His reading's a little bit rough.
That doesn't surprise me.
Imagine playing an illiterate character. It's hilarious when that happens.
Moving through the board, you said you were going to find somewhere to appraise
see if we
the
get,
knife?
yeah, appraise the giant's knife and see if there's anything of
Probably.
interest in it, or maybe sell it.
This is probably
Yeah.
Yeah, Merchant's District is probably what we're looking for. So
Coming to the closest shop.
that probably like we probably picked the best inn for doing this.
I mean, the inn is a tourist inn. I mean, it's convenient to a lot of places. Moving down, we'll say you go to the vendor here. Stepping into the establishment in the early morning hours, a dark elf presides over one of the counters as a couple other people are have various items in their hands and inspecting it. Various customers to this individual that are perhaps trying to figure out what their next set of arms is going to be, or set of armor.
Well, I'm just gonna be, before we get too close to the desk, I'm gonna be like, hey, Rosie, hand it over to me, because I can speak Elvish. I might be able to get us a better deal.
Okay. And he kind of hands off the bone knife, or I guess bone sword, giant's knife, off to Iljor.
As you walk up to the desk, Iljor, the dark elf, tall, straight hair, kind of not. He's wearing very plain garb. It's like a black shirt, black pants. Nothing really ornate about his appearance. As you walk up,
got it.
As you walk up to him, he speaks in a very elvish accent. I can't do one, but he says something along the lines of, "Thurborg, what is this you have?"
Oh, we.
This is in common, by the way, because he doesn't expect you to.
I'm gonna reply back. I'm gonna reply back in Elvish.
Okay.
We encountered some frost giants on the way here at the checkpoint on the way into town, and one of them had this on him.
Very
And
well.
we wanted to get it appraised.
Very well. Let me see. As he takes the.
How does he react to me replying in Elvish?
There is a slight sense of surprise, but not so much. I mean, this is
Okay.
a multicultural city, more in Elvish, as no matter what race you are, you're kind of taught Elvish in schools around here.
It's like Spanish. You should.
Yeah,
Everybody
I was
gets
gonna
taught.
say this is like Rap just walked up to a Mexican that spoke to him in English first, and then he replied in Spanish.
Yeah. In Mexico.
Yeah,
it's like-
in Mexico.
Well, I mean, I just feel like it's surprising to see a fear bowl, in general.
Yeah, it's nice to speak in a native language, but I mean, he's not like, "Oh my God, you speak Elvish," as he takes the ornate object and begins to study it, feeling upon the blade with his finger. This is kind of like he's not like looking at it like this. I mean, this is like he's holding it like this, peering upon.
What is it like? Is it like a foot and a half long or something?
Yeah,
Like
that's
this
about like
kind
2 or
of-
3 feet.
Oh, so it's like an actual sword.
That's a good short sword.
Yeah, this is like a.
Okay.
This is huge. As he begins
Large
to,
size class dagger equals medium size class sword.
as he begins to feel upon the etchings of what is essentially a bone knife. This looks fresh. I'm not really in a market for anything like this, but I'd be willing to buy it. What were you thinking?
Well, I mean, is there anything that you could like tell us about? Because we don't know anything. I mean,
Looks to be crafted from a tusk of a something, possibly mammoth. Intricate, careful. I'd say one of the smarter frost giants made this.
because I think that he might not like, because I didn't do it earlier, just in case. I don't want Orosi to get scammed here. I'm gonna do detect magic
Okay.
real quick while he's like looking at it, distracted. I'm just gonna like detect magic real fast.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check to cast the spell, if you're trying to do it secretly.
Well, he's distracted. Are you gonna give me advantage on that?
You make a good point, goddammit. He is focused on the sword, so yeah, I'll give you advantage.
Damn it.
Oh man.
Cursed by the gods. I shouldn't have brought it up.
This rolls the same
Fucking
thing.
Wrath 1, basically.
We'll just add the numbers together. It's okay. It was a 14.
What? No, what?
2 sevens.
No.
It was a 14.
Hey, take the 7 as
No,
it
it is a
is.
7. As you begin to not really
Ah.
conjure, but do a wave of your hand or however you want to detect magic as he kind of looks up.
This is not the sword you're looking for.
As he looks up, this doesn't appear to be magical. I mean,
To be honest, I really wasn't sure. I actually didn't check earlier, so I just wanted to make sure.
very well. As he doesn't find that suspicious, as you're just detecting magic. You do find traces of magic throughout the shop in various items and
But
things
not
he
the
sells,
dagger itself.
but not the dagger itself. What were you thinking for an object like this? I'm curious.
What would be? Is there like an appraise? This insight investigation.
Is this all? I'm curious. Is this conversation mostly going on in Elvish?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, then Orosi's just kind of gonna. You know what? Orosi is probably just gonna stand there. And,
He's probably looking around the shop. I mean,
Um,
it is a he does like sell weapons and stuff.
It is
right?
true. I could look around the shop too.
Make a knowledge nature check with disadvantage because you're not very knowledgeable on frost giants.
A crit and then an 11.
13.
13.
You don't think you could sell it for anything less than 5 gold. That would be practically a steal. But you don't know what that ceiling is. You probably wouldn't want to let it go for 5 gold because you could get that much alone in just the bone.
The weight of the bone itself. That's
Yes.
just like raw materials.
Yeah.
I probably couldn't let it go for anything less than a 15, just based on the craftsmanship.
15.
What do you think about that?
Would you do 10?
I don't think I'd be willing to let go for 10. I'm sorry.
Meet in the middle? 12 and a
13?
half? 12 and a half? I could do 13. I could do 13.
I don't. Okay, let me think on it. Give me a second.
Sure. Discuss with your counterpart over there.
Yeah, I walk over to. Did he? I should have done a perception check to see if he saw the handoff.
The hand
Or we
off.
should have done sleight of hand when Orosi gave me the sword.
Oh, well, I
Is he
mean,
probably-
you walked in together, and you stood next to him.
That would kind of give it away, just us walking in.
Yeah. So I go over to talk to Orosi. I was like, so, he's willing to sell it to buy it for 13 gold, which is
Sure.
a whole lot to us right now.
It's not, but it's
would
gold in
you-
the pocket.
I mean, but would you prefer to keep it? I mean, that's a pretty cool weapon to use.
Could probably stow it in the carriage and sell it somewhere else
I
and
mean,
say it's something
I got a
exotic.
bag of holding. Yeah, I mean, it's probably more valuable not in the middle of the frost giant infested mountains.
Yeah. We'll take it somewhere else. Hold on
Okay.
to it.
I walk back up to the desk.
Yes.
I think that we're gonna hold on to it. I just think we could fetch a fair price somewhere
Very well.
where this sort of thing's a little bit rare.
Well,
I apologize. For
my final
wasting
offer.
your time.
My final offer is 15 gold. How about you think about it and come back if you change your mind.
Sure, I think we'll be in town for a couple of days, and if we do decide to part with it, I'll definitely let you know.
Amazing. Pleasure to meet you. As he
I shake his small hand with my very large hand.
and your name is
My name's Iljor.
Eljor. Pleasure to meet you.
And what's your name?
Let me consult my notes.
Just as he's trying to, role play a polite character, DM has to work.
Gildan is my name.
Ilden?
Gildan.
Okay.
Pleasure to meet you, sir. Now, if you excuse me.
Oh, yeah, of course. You got a
Alright.
busy shop here.
Okay. As you both take your leave, bone knife in hand, storing it in the carriage.
Bone, knife, parentheses, sword. I'd probably just put it in the bag of holding, to be honest, considering that it is so valuable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I do have that listed under loot as Giant's Knife. If you want to transfer that over whenever.
Yeah. I'll like
Do
type
your
up a
thing.
thing. Yeah, I'll type a thing
Yeah.
post session. But all right, Anarian, as you are fiddling about, kind of waking up, cleansing yourself, bathing yourself, so to speak, of the travel. Having your breakfast, doing your thing in the morning. Is there anything in particular you want to do, or just kind of wait for the rest of the party to get here?
I'm more or less just waiting for the rest of the party at the moment, unless Elton decides to speak about anything or wants me to do anything. I mean, I'll help him out around the house
Yeah, I mean,
as I'm
miscellaneous
just waiting.
tasks. Miscellaneous tasks here and there, nothing too strenuous. Iljor and Arosi, what's the next move?
I mean, we don't really have many other plans. We'd probably just start heading towards the adventures.
You
District.
mentioned getting a map.
We already have one.
Yeah, we acquired one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'd say we just start heading towards the Adventures District. Not necessarily directly towards the Wizard House, but just, explore the Adventures District a little bit before we head over there.
Okay.
I'm gonna also I'm gonna have Arosi throw a perception check to see if there's any like signs or symbols he notices that might suggest Thieves Guild presence in the city.
Thieves can't.
The Thieves Guild is notorious for creating signs in plain sight. Various things that are very, very, very hush-hush that would essentially lead a knowing and knowledgeable individual directly to the Thieves Guild, whereas the layman and somebody who has absolutely no clue about the organization would just appear to be mindless drawings, mindless scribbles. This particular portion, this particular region of the city doesn't appear that there are any markings, at least in this region. Exploring the city a little bit more, perhaps in the more perhaps maybe even in the Adventurers District,
There might be something like off towards the business district for their own convenience.
I'm surprised
or,
the Merchants District doesn't have marks for like places to rob and shit.
Well, well, they probably wouldn't want to bite the hand that feeds them necessarily either. They could just have people that patrol the area to go and rob the people that are coming into town rather.
Yeah, the inner workings of the Thieves Guild is tight knit at the higher levels. They do. I wouldn't really say they are. They should be underestimated. They're just.
Yeah.
They do things their own way, and unpredictable is a better word. Exploring the Adventurers District, though, kind of maneuvering about through the streets as you see various individuals of sort of upper middle class going to and from various places, various groups of people talking, speaking about different places in the world, different villages, Falkirk, Caldera, even some mentions of Barajas and Commodora, sort of the southern, what's basically the southwestern world continent. These buildings are some residential, mostly business related in terms of depends on where you're going. If you're going to the northeastern world, such as Orgoth or Drorakai, you would have your own building, or you would have your sort of your place to go to, your liaison office, if you will, depending on where you're going. And so that's much of what this district is, as well as your main adventurers building, which is where people like you guys would go to accept quests and jobs and stuff.
I dislike the fact that part of the city is completely disconnected, Ryan.
Yeah, I noticed that, and I was like, what the fuck? But we'll say for...
It looks like there's just supposed to be a path here. Because of how wide the gap between these two houses is. Or down here.
I'm reading as this is like a hill. This isn't like a connected street. It's just like a little raised a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
so
it
this
comes
is
down.
probably the path.
This
So
is
yeah,
where
you could probably,
this is where I predict the path to be.
yeah, this is
Um,
probably like, yeah.
But yeah, it is a little weird. I'll agree. I don't know why they made it like that, but I don't know if this is necessarily I don't know if this is necessarily not a path, but it's just maybe like less worn than like your normal path. So
You know,
This
I
is
just
more
don't-
like a residential area in the Adventurers Guild, and then this is like the business area of the
yeah,
Adventurers Guild.
something like that.
Okay. Makes sense.
Let me bring up the wizard's home, if that is the next stop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going up to knock on the door.
Anarion kind of, because the door can be seen from the kitchen, if that, or not the kitchen, but the dining room, if that's where it's probably where he's chilling at the moment. So he's gonna go around the corner to like that living room area to stay out of sight from the doorway
Okay.
once the door knocks.
Everybody should be loading. So we got Rap. Rap, you're the first one to load, dude. I don't understand.
I'm
man.
at 99%. I have to check my PC out. Things have been going a little funky here. It is probably about time for me to dust the thing out too.
Bang, bang, bang.
Okay, everybody should be here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There's only
Neri.
2 of us.
He is chilling in the like right around this corner.
Okay. A knock on the door as the door opens and you see a tall individual.
Who's invisible?
Yeah, who's invisible, who stands right here. Whoa. I can hit Alt and all of you are highlighted. Weird.
Oh yeah, me too.
Stands right there. He's tall, dark elf, drow. Adorned in a very basic sort of robe. They don't appear to be magical. It just appears to be like lounging wear. As he kind of cracks the door open and sees all 4 of you there. Can I help you?
Hey.
Yes,
we're-
a friend of ours has visited recently. We were hoping to see
Shut
if
the
we...
hell up and get inside.
As the wizard just kind of sits back.
Sorry. We don't know.
Gentlemen, lady,
Posters around didn't give it away.
my name is Elton Valhalen. I am a friend of your friend. An Aryan is a former student of mine, and well, his friends are my friends, so
Might I say you look rather transparent today, sir.
fuck you guys. I forgot, alright? Damn it, I forgot.
It's good, man.
I don't want to put fucking Ontario or like somebody there that I don't, I'll get a token.
Yeah,
I'll get a token. eventually.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't
when
just
that
like
happens.
in that like 5 minutes you didn't just Google like wizard and then just like smash the image into a token.
Well, I don't usually like to do that for such a important character. Like maybe an NPC, but this guy's kind of he's weighted.
He's a big enough character.
Yeah. As he introduces himself to Carlisle introduces himself to him, as well as Sylvia. Looks at you,
Hi.
the Dragonborn. And your name is?
I am Orosi Rogar of Clan Orosi. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And the Furbolg.
Oh hey, my name's Iljor.
Watch your head there. You're eerily close to the top of my house. I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to it. It's a common problem
This is
that
like
I run into.
this is Gandalf and Hobbiton right now. Please take a seat at the table.
I look down at the chairs. Do I think that the chair could hold me?
No.
I just sort of like cross my legs and sit on the floor.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can stand.
okay.
You can stand. No big deal. The wizard Elton stands behind the chair as this. He just kind of utilizes this as like a gathering place.
I just like scooch this chair over and then sit next to a Rosie.
Well, gentlemen, lady, this is my home, and as a helper of sorts, my home is your home, as long as an Aryan is here. I'll keep my doors unlocked. All I can ask is if you come at some point in the night, just to lock them behind you. I don't have very many rules here, as I'm pretty lenient, and Anarian is a very, very good friend of mine. I trust that all of you know how to present yourselves and act accordingly. Anarian,
You should, for the most part.
Anarian, I'll leave you to discussing with your friends. I will just be upstairs if you need me.
Yeah, also, Narion, I was gonna bring this up, but we saw a wanted poster of you in town, and this guy, what was his name?
Stan Vespi is his name.
Despy?
I just said it.
Vespi. Oh, okay.
Stan Vespi. The man I was looking for.
Oh.
Mm.
Anarian,
Is
is
he
this
like-
a bad... Do you want me to stay?
Who was it? Alton?
Yes.
That is up to you. If you wish to stay, I'm not gonna force you to leave. You know my story.
As he turns around and begins walking towards the bookcase, he stands next to it. Left hand over right in front of him, just kind of taking a stance of just a listening stance and not so much as a, discussion stance.
He's here as an observer.
I assume, going to the tavern and being around the city, you've noticed the city is home to many different types of people now, but I'm sure you saw the different types of elves working together, not something you usually see.
Yeah.
That, before we continue into my mission, my goal, you need to understand what I am, the reason I'm doing it, what I'm fighting for here. A long time ago, Starstrider Hold was founded by 3 elvish house. House Starstrider, House Illithor, and House Lycanstone. They were all different. One was wood elves, one was drow, and one was high elves. They decided that if the elves found a way to work together instead of against each other, as at least the drow and the other types often do, the city was built on that notion.
Isn't that place what this place was called before? Wasn't it called Starstrider Hold?
It was originally the House Starstrider that decided they never got along with the other drow, who tend to take a more let's say narcissistic view. They think they're better a lot of times, where House Starstrider simply wanted unity amongst the elves,
So
despite our differences.
why the change then? Or is that part of the reason why we're here?
For the longest time, there was no issues. The city actually ended up becoming a haven for anybody. There was a very large portion of the population that was made up of non-elves, humans, orcs, humans, half-orcs, dwarves even. Many people found this place to be home. And it became much of a, shall we say, a trading hub. You can't exactly... The mountains don't produce much other than rock and the few farms that we're able to start. My bad. The leader of House Starstrider was also, at least the most recent leader, was also part of the reason the city fell, in a way, at least to me, and to all of the great houses that helped build this city. They were all driven out because of his actions.
Ooh,
Although
that
his
doesn't sound
actions were influenced. Before he began making decisions like disbanding the governing body that was created for the free people of the city, the non-elvish house, we shall call it. He disbanded that. So the only people that had any say again were elves. Until he began to take a greater hold on the city. Everything became a lot more strict on not only the free people or the non-elves, but for everyone, until eventually a rebellion arose.
That
which
sounds terrible.
ultimately it ended with the dark stranger, the dark wanderer, whatever you call him, the man that appeared and began tempting Lord Kale. Tempting is maybe not the right word, but seems like controlling. And the people that are in charge of the city now work for that man. I'm doing all of this, you could say, in a way now I am part of that rebellion. I wish to bring the city back to what it was, allow the people to take back what was theirs. And this man is a step in finding out who is in charge, who this stranger is.
But
Hmm.
what is that? I mean, what does it have to? I mean, I understand that you're part of the rebellion, but I mean, what is your dad being murdered, have to do with this?
It happened the night the rebellion rose. There
What
is...
about this Stan guy?
He was the witness to my father's murder. But there's one more detail that you all need to know. Lord Kale and Lady Valkia, the leaders of House Starstrider, had one heir, and his name was Anarion Starstrider.
Wait, but isn't that your name?
Yes, genius.
So, what I'm gathering here is that we're here to kill someone.
So
I need to speak to him first.
So are you like a prince or something?
It's not like that. The
I don't know,
houses
it
are...
kind of sounds like that.
I was not a king. He was not a king. I was not a prince.
He was a lord.
A noble, yes, but it was different when the houses ruled the city. The houses did... The three elvish houses and the free people's house, or I forget what I called it. I can't find it right now.
Loading.
Yes, they decided what happened with the city, but it was always done with the idea of unity amongst the elves and amongst the other people of the world, instead of everybody doing their own thing. It was all done for the people, and that changed once the power was taken away from them, from those houses.
So what's our next step then?
It sounds
Well,
like our next step is to go find this guy.
The last time I was here, I managed to track him down and essentially put together his schedule. So step one would be seeing if that schedule still aligns. And Elton here says his house doesn't appear to be very defended most days, so If we can figure out what time to get there, we might be able to do this all from his estate.
I mean, that sounds kind of dangerous. I mean, that's like going, onto like his home area. Is there a way that we could bring it into our territory instead? You know what I mean? Like a situation we control more.
We need to catch him
Well,
by surprise. I can't drag him here, if that's what you're asking. I'm not
well,
willing to risk Elton.
don't wizards have some abilities to make puppets? You could probably play around with some ideas with that, or we do some baiting, but I'm not entirely certain how comfortable you are with getting caught intentionally.
Carlisle speaks up. I have detect thoughts, if that's of any use.
If I am caught, I'm not dragging you all down with me. If I get caught and the guards take me, I will likely be dead within the night.
Okay.
Well,
Do you think if we like spread a rumor of that you had been seen around here, like we could draw him out? No.
We do
Like,
that, there's going to be guards swarming it. It won't be him.
what if we do that? Yeah, we need to find something
He
that
appears to be
act.
high up in the government status. He's
Yeah.
got some kind of
Oh.
position that puts him
What-
above. That's why those bounties, or that poster, that's why he's the one to be contacted with information.
With this we have to act fast, and if Anarion does get caught, or if there's any rumor of him being here, there's going to be more security to deal with. There's going to be more problems. My
Don't get me
thoughts
wrong.
on
I
my
want
thoughts.
this man to find out that I'm here, but I can't let everybody in the city know that I'm here.
Real quick, Anarian, can I bring you over to a one-on-one?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna mute the video real quick, so just in case anybody
sure.
Unmute the video. All right, we'll go back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
So humoring the idea that you do get caught, because we do have our abilities between us. If I can see where you're at, we could probably pull something fast, but it's a risk.
I am not going to ask that any of you perform that risk. If you choose to do it, that is of your own volition. If I get caught, I expect that to be the last time I see any of you or see the light of day again. I don't want to throw your lives into such peril. You're in the middle of a city. I mean, at that point, if you make yourselves known as associates to me, you're in the middle of a hostile city. At the moment, you can wander as you wish.
Well, what it sounds like to me is that after we deal with this issue, maybe big changes will happen. Maybe they won't immediately. But it's not to say that we couldn't make a plan of it either. It's one option, and it's what I see. I don't know if anybody else here sees any other ideas beyond just going to investigate this guy's routine.
Sylvia speaks up. I'm okay with doing whatever we need to do.
Although, if Thieves Guild is here, perhaps I can get them contracted to bag the guy somewhere, but I don't know if they'll be willing to do that either.
I turn back to Elton. You said his house may be a good option.
Perhaps.
Where was... I don't want to pull the map up right now.
It's near the central part of the city. I have it labeled. It's like middle left.
This man, from at least the last time I was here, if his schedule hasn't changed, he sticks to it rather strictly. the only times he's seen is out in the open in public areas. Or walking into the government building, the main central palace, right? That's where I saw him walk into. Okay.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it is, if he's not in one of those public places or somewhere where he's difficult to track. All of this was pieced through months of work.
Hmm.
As you
He's not going to allow us to get the drop on him out in the city.
As you speak on this, a knock. At the door, Elton turns. Are we expecting anyone else?
No.
Oh no, this is all of us.
And we will end the session there.
Someone knocked on the door.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We've already been found.
We've been found out! Everybody,
Scarper!
scram!